A lot of rumors came out last year for the Galaxy S8. And now I'm going to give you my thoughts on what to expect in the Galaxy S8. Now, I want to thank everyone who has done renders for this device. Their links are up there with this image, so definitely check them out for more renders on what we think the Galaxy S8 will look like. But something that I think is more reassuring is from case manufacturers. We know they usually release the case images early, and Ghost Tech actually dropped this image, or at least this was dropped somewhere from Ghost Tech. This is the atomic case for the Galaxy S8. And clearly you can see a couple of things. You can see a very large display. You can see there's no fingerprint sensor on the back. You can also see camera and a flash is single camera layout, not a dual camera layout. Also, the buttons are all on the left hand side, none on the right. And if you look really closely at the bottom, there is no fingerprint sensor on the front of this device. Where's that gone to? But before we get that, let's just look more around the case. No ports at the very top, so which means of course that's standard. And again, no fingerprint sensor right here in the front of the device, which is very, very interesting. So it means that Samsung is ditching the fingerprint sensor and might be going to some other solution, which we'll talk about in a second. But looking at this and comparing it to some of the renders we've seen, this is a render that really captures exactly the same look from Ghost Tech. And you can see there's a camera in front, Samsung logo, but there's no fingerprint sensor. The flash is on the very top, and that's also the camera at the back. It's got that edge display look, but it's also got a 90% screen ratio, which means most of this device will be screen, and we've heard about 6-inch display in a 5.7-inch body, which is interesting. Now, talking about that fingerprint, it looks like Samsung is going with Qualcomm's 3D Sonic fingerprint sensing technology, which means your screen is your fingerprint scanner. Sonic fingerprint technology from Qualcomm uses vibration to give you better groove assessment, so it actually gives you better capture of your fingerprint location on your hand. So you're going to be using your screen, not a fingerprint sensor button, to actually use unlock your phone, which is great, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, this next case render shows something very interesting that I'm very happy is that we still have a headphone jack. At the very bottom right, you can see speaker port, USB Type-C port, and a headphone jack, which is absolutely amazing. I'm glad Samsung is still going with a headphone jack. So hopefully they improve the DAC that's built into the system and we get better audio this time around from the headphones from the Galaxy S8. We're also going to be getting a voice assistant called Bixby. Bixby is going to be based off Google Assistant, similar to how HTC's new voice assistant on the HTC U is based off Google Assistant as well. So we'll be using that on our Galaxy S8. And also there will be Samsung Pay Mini. You can see the mini icon there in this leaked render from Samsung. And also here, Shopping Mini Bixby. So you can use Samsung Pay Mini on Android, other Android devices as well, iOS devices, and Bixby will be our new voice assistant. Now, in terms of internals, you should expect at least a 3400, maybe even a 3600 milliamp battery. Also, storage should be between 32 to 128 gigabytes, and of course you should be expecting about 6 to maybe 8 gigs of RAM. Now, in terms of processors, in the US, I know we should be and definitely be getting the Snapdragon 835 chipset, which you see here. That is the new chipset which Samsung is partnering with Qualcomm on. So that is definitely going to be the first device to carry the 835 as far as a smartphone. Also, the device will still be water resistant, as Samsung devices have been for the past couple of years. Iris scanner should still also come back. That was a really good feature on the Galaxy Note 7, and a lot of people want to see that on the Galaxy S8, as well as also the front-facing camera should have some new changes. We've had a 5 megapixel camera for a while. We should go up to probably about an 8 megapixel camera for the front camera. Now, in terms of just overall design and look, using these renders, I think this is what we're going to get for the Galaxy S8. It's going to be a sexy looking device. It's going to have a really large screen footprint, about 90% or more, and you're going to have no fingerprint sensors in the front of this device. It will actually be the whole screen, which will really set Samsung apart. Now, in terms of release dates, we don't know. Rumors are going left and right. It could be announced at Mobile World Congress, which is towards the end of February, or the Samsung Samsung may be having a launch event in April. We do know that this device should be launching in April of this year, so we just have to wait and see. But so far, guys, I think that's all we can expect in the Galaxy S8. We're gonna have a large footprint, no fingerprint sensor button anymore, no home button as it is, single camera in the rear, which you should be expecting around a 16 megapixel shooter, of course with Samsung's really upgraded sensor in there. So any questions or any comments, guys, or what do you think about the Galaxy S8? Are you excited to see a device that looks like this, or do you want something more traditional? Let us know. Don't forget to like and share this video, favorite this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification and subscribe so you can get our notifications. And